Ever since Samsung launched the Galaxy S24 Ultra 6 months ago, I've been trying to figure out why it just feels underwhelming. And I think I've got it, so let's talk about that. Hey guys, I'm Ryan Thomas, and yeah, it's been half a year since this thing came out. I reviewed it way back in February and said it wasn't enough of an upgrade over its predecessor, going backwards actually in some aspects. And the thing is, this phone is actually very good. It's fast, it has a tremendous screen, solid battery life, and great software support going long term. On paper, I should really love the S24 Ultra, so why don't I? It offers its unique S Pen experience that no other flagship candy bar style phone can provide. Its in-display ultrasonic fingerprint reader is simply rapid. It's the best I've ever tested. And the speakers, while not bassy, offer terrific clarity and get nice and loud too. The big 6.8-inch 120Hz OLED screen is absolutely outstanding and continues to be the best panel in its form factor in a mainstream device. It's great for playing games, for watching content, because it just gets crazy bright. It's fluid, it's responsive, and thanks to the minimal borders, it feels huge and immersive too. It's so much better than my own TV despite the lower resolution and it being so small. I just watch YouTube content on it anyway because why not? I am a fan. And when you do play games on here, they run super well too thanks to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip and 12 gigs of RAM. So if you decide to jump on 3D titles like Genshin Impact or Project Off-Road, you're getting excellent frame rates, and the gaming experience as a whole, combining both the phenomenal display and the top tier performance, gives you one of the best gaming experiences in a mainstream device, i.e. not a purpose-built gaming phone. And Samsung is serving this thing updates till 2031. That's outstanding. You could buy this phone right now and not have to upgrade due to security patch problems for another 6.5 years. To put that into perspective, almost 6.5 years ago, we were rocking the Galaxy S9, and that only received 3 years of support. When the Galaxy S31 arrives, your S24 Ultra is still going to be up to date from a software point of view. That's progress. In fact, even the battery life is excellent, lasting me 2 days on a charge, right up there with the OnePlus 12. Granted, I'm not the heaviest of users, but really pushing it, I will still easily get a day and a half out of this thing, no problem. The battery life is exceptional. Alright, we get it, the S24 Ultra is a great phone, so why do I find it underwhelming? Well, it all kind of starts with the price. This phone is $1,300 off sale, though I have found some pretty decent deals online that take the edge off of that eye-watering price. But for this kind of money, I feel like the phone better feel like a Ferrari. It better feel like something special, and it just kind of doesn't. The second you see one of these things, or even better, pick one up, you'll notice it kind of lacks any kind of personality. Now, I understand that the Pixel 8 Pro and the OnePlus 12 have their detractors due to the non-conventional, let's say, designs, but I feel like the S24 Ultra, by comparison, just kind of feels sterile. There are no sleek curves on the screen from the previous one, although from a usability standpoint, that is progress. The cameras are just little circles in the corner of the device, and the whole thing is very squared off, and it really lives up to the slab style category name. Even the software, though functionally excellent, just feels characterless. A bit like a modern electric car, superbly quick and wonderfully efficient, but at the cost of really leaving you feeling nothing. Despite costing considerably more than the aforementioned flagship phones, the Ultra doesn't offer a super speedy 100-watt charging of the OnePlus 12, included in the box by the way, despite in most other areas actually being pretty close to the S24 Ultra. The Ultra also doesn't give you the iconic and interesting design of the Pixel 8 Pro, nor does it present pro-level camera features like ProRes that you get with the iPhone 15 Pro Max. I guess for the extra few $100 over the OnePlus 12, you are getting the S Pen, which is actually quite game-changing if you're the sort of person to use it. For signing documents, drawing little diagrams, marking up images and screenshots, it is an unmatched feature, and the fact it just stows away inside the phone with no added bulk and alongside the still huge battery and camera cluster, it's very impressive. Is it worth the extra $200, $300, $400? For most people, I'm not sure that it is, but for certain people, it is a big reason to buy one of these. And I mentioned that camera cluster. We have for the longest time been used to Samsung's Plus or Ultra S series phones carrying some of the best hardware available in a smartphone. And while the 200 megapixel main camera, 50 megapixel 5x tele, 10 megapixel 3x and 12 megapixel ultra wide are certainly top shelf cameras, it's not like you're buying the best of the best in this regard. Like, they're up there with the best, but they aren't far and away eclipsing everything in its path. Google, Oppo, OnePlus and Honor all provide incredible hardware in their flagships too. On the latest software as of the 20th of July 2024, the Galaxy S24 Ultra's photos are great. There's heaps of dynamic range, lots of color information, and the white balance is pretty accurate most of the time too. Images shot with the main camera are bin down from 200 to just 12 megapixels, which does sound like a big change, but it does result in way better dynamic range and low light performance, with an almost imperceptible difference in detail unless you're really pinching in all the way. So I would leave it in this mode, though you can of course adjust it right in the camera app. The ultra-wide and the 3x tele cameras are pretty great too. Samsung's processing is surprisingly even across all 4 of its main rear cameras, so the colours and contrasts from these look pretty spot on and cohesive with the rest of the cluster. The 5x optical camera is a bit of a double-edged sword in that it's sharper at the 5x close distance and looks as sharp going to 10x as the previous phone, but going any further and deeper than that into a scene, you'll quickly realise that despite having a nice beefy 50 megapixel sensor underneath it, it can't really compete with its predecessor for capturing detail that far away. I do prefer the older setup, but the S24 Ultra's setup isn't bad either. Samsung's processing in its auto mode, while good, can deliver mixed results as its computational photography pipeline determines what bits should be adjusted in the scene, so you can end up with photos that look great one time and a little meh the next, purely because it's a system trying to work out what you're taking a photo of. This can be minimized by shooting in RAW, which allows you to do a lot of that tweaking yourself and make the images your own, best when edited in an additional piece of software like Lightroom or Snapseed, for example. But given the Ultra is so expensive, I'd have expected, at least in an update since it came out, for there to be an option in video too. Look, I don't see Samsung paying Apple to license its ProRes log format anytime soon, but a more malleable H.265 codec perhaps, maybe with 10-bit color and its own log profile, would make the Ultra a far more enticing product for content creators and professional videographers that would love a pocketable beast like the iPhone but on the Android side. The auto video is decent, the stabilization is actually very good, but it just doesn't give you that option that you get on the iPhone. And I would stick to the Ultra HD 4K 30 or 60 for the best results, as 8K is a lot harder to process if you do choose to edit, but also doesn't look heaps off the regular modes in terms of video quality. There's actually a lot to like about this phone. It has useful AI features like on-the-fly translation, AI eraser, which is mega handy for removing unwanted objects, tap and hold for slow motion, which works better than you might first think, and circle to search, which is coming to more phones, not just Galaxy ones, with the Android 15 update. The Galaxy S24 Ultra, though a truly comprehensive flagship smartphone package, is a symbol of the world we're moving towards. Efficiency, speed, total performance, at the expense of character. It's bland, it's sterile, it's a tool and nothing else. What do you think about the S24 Ultra, guys? Let me know in the comment section. I really want to love it. Like, it's a really nice premium phone. While you're down there, do be sure to hit like if you enjoyed today's content and subscribe to never miss another upload. I've been Ryan Thomas, and I'll catch you later. Cheers.